This is an instructional video when using the box and chest dovetail jig. There are 4 models of the jig, 2 12-inch models for smaller projects like this pepper mill, and 2 24-inch models for larger projects like this dovetailed owl house. Each model comes with a specific template which dovetails a range of different thicknesses. These templates here dovetail thicknesses ranging from 1/4 inch to 3/4 of an inch, while these models here have 2 templates and they dovetail thicknesses ranging from 11/16 to 1.5 inches. With these jigs, it's best to use 2 routers, one for the straight bit and the other for the dovetail. Regardless of which template you are using, one router will always combine a 1/2 inch straight bit and a 5/8 outside diameter guide bushing. The other router will always use a 3/4 inch outside diameter guide bushing, but the dovetail bit will be different depending on the template being used. The templates, 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch, uses a 9/16 7-degree dovetail bit, while the paired templates, 11/16 through 1.5 inches, use a 3/4 inch 7-degree dovetail bit. Because of their size, a 1/2 inch collet is used to secure the bit to the routers. When arranging your workpieces, determine what will be the outside surface and the top half of your project. Place a piece of tape on each board to mark that location. Lay your pieces flat, then, working clockwise around the pattern, select the first board to be dovetailed. When mounting your workpiece, lay your board on a flat surface with the taped side face up. It's best to consistently cut the tails first, and you'll want to orient each board the same way and cut the tails on the same end each time. How you mount your workpiece is up to you, but a simple C-clamp and a spoil board to prevent dimples works well. It's necessary to adjust your template to match the thickness of your workpiece. So measure the thickness of the board to be cut. Find the corresponding measurements along the diagonally spaced openings of the template and align those openings with the base inserts. Then fasten the template to the base. Adjust your router bit's depth to the thickness of your workpiece. The template has depth guides located on each corner. Both straight and dovetail bit depth are adjusted using the guides. Find the measurement of your board's thickness on one of the 4 corners. Place the base of the router perpendicular to the template so that the bit reaches into the guide. Adjust the tip of the bit to the depth of the guide and lock it in place. With the workpiece securely mounted, the template and the router bit's depth adjusted to the thickness of your board, you can now affix the jig to cut the tails. Place the tails side of the jig across the edge of the board, making sure the underside of the template is snug against the edge. Center the jig so an equal amount of workpiece is split on each side, either between or behind the tail guides. To center the jig, a person can either eyeball the spacing or, more accurately, use a micrometer. Clamp the jig to the board, making sure the clamp's pad does not contact or interfere with the recesses of the base. Clamping too close to the recesses could result in the router bit contacting the pad during operation. When cutting the tails, the dovetail bit is used. Place the base of the router against the flat surface of the template. For safety purposes, it is only at this time that you should start your router. When you begin cutting, start by clearing out the middle material first, then slowly dress the edges. Allow the guides of the template to dictate your path. Once you have cut the tails, move to the other end of the board and lay the pin side of the jig on the edge. Center the jig so an equal amount of workpiece is split on each side, either behind or between the diagonal guides of the template. Pay attention to align the pin's openings to be across from the protruding tails on the opposite edge. Again, clamp the jig to the workpiece, making sure the clamp's pads do not interfere with the path of the router bit. When cutting the pins, the straight bit is used. As before, place the base of the router against the flat surface of the template. It is at this time that you should start your router. For best results, clear the middle material out first. Then, by following the guides of the template, dress the edges of the pins for a smooth finish. After repeating this process with each board, the project can be assembled. Begin by restaging the boards as they appear in the beginning with the taped surface to the outside and upright. Test fit your joints, making sure the pins and tails line up as expected. If satisfied with the fit, it is optional to apply glue. If gluing dovetails, it is recommended to apply glue only to the lateral portions of the pins and tails. Applying glue to the end grain will add very little strength. To assemble your project, gently hand fit the joints once together. Lightly tap the tails into the open space between the pins. Once all the joints are seated, complete the process by uniformly moving from corner to corner, tapping the tails into the pins. There are a few things to consider regarding the tightness of your joint. First, a light to moderate tap from a rubber hammer should be sufficient to seat the joint. Second, the dovetail is a self-clamping joint, so if fitted correctly, no clamping is required. And finally, softwoods tend to be more forgiving versus hardwoods, so expect different efforts amongst the different varieties of wood. It takes practice to create dovetail joints. By following these instructions, most everyone should be able to accomplish their first dovetailed project with no problems. However, sometimes problems do occur, so please refer to the helpful hints and troubleshooting section of your instruction manual to find solutions to any problems that you may be having. Or contact us directly for any additional help or suggestions. Thank you for purchasing the Box and Chest Dovetail Jig, and we hope this video has been helpful.